but you're rather inept when it comes to dying and staying dead. Would you like to tell me how you managed that?
I have to admit, Eminence, I'm a bit disoriented. What do you mean?
By all accounts, you died in your office yesterday, and yet here you sit.
I'm not sure how that's possible, sir.
Well, that makes 2 of us, soon to be 3, although I have been entertaining a theory.
Sir?
No one else on the board knows what happened, and I took the liberty myself of clearing your doctors. They can go about their business, they don't need to know all of yours.
Sir, you said 3. Who...
Oh, I'll explain that in a moment. Did you think you were the one asking the questions today, Commandant? A symptom, perhaps, of the unbridled fanaticism that landed you here. Yes?
I should keep this particular thought to myself, sir. I know my station.
Do you? Presumptuous. Your station has, in fact, changed. You see, you really did die back there. Look at your arm.
What? Where is it? The burn? Where? It's gone.
Quite right. Notice anything else? Here, take the mirror.
What should I be seeing, sir?
All this time as a commandant, and you still need me to do half your job for you. The 2nd week of your training at the Institute. You don't remember?
I took an injury. My sparring opponent kicked me in the cheek. I have a scar. I had a scar. How did this happen?
And once again, you're the one asking me questions. Really, Commandant, I thought you had a mind for protocols.
I'm sorry, sir. I believe I may be in shock. I beg your pardon.
Granted. Now explain yourself. How are you still alive? Where are your scars? Your doctors said they don't find a single one anywhere on your body. Think, and do it quickly.
I don't know. I was engaged in an altercation with one of the anima, and I was using the new interface. She was retaliating, augmenting the current. Mitchell and the conservator attempted to pull me away, and that's all I remember, sir.
This is the 2nd time you fought the Malak diner. The 1st time should have killed you.
Sir, I'm sorry. I'm not sure how or why
In 300 years, we haven't lost a single anima, and in the span of your career, you've already killed 2 of them and lost the allegiance of another. When I recruited you, you promised you'd do your best, Carol. Is this your best? Now, since we seem to be struggling to get at the truth of the story, let me spin you a tale, and you tell me if you think I'm right. Shall we do things that way?
Certainly, sir.
Very well. Once upon a time, a young prodigy was wasting away, unnoticed and underutilized. Her parents were at least attentive enough to find her some enrichment at a specialized boarding school, but their motives were complex at best. Nonetheless, this teenage girl with a sizable chip on her shoulder had the capacity to design new technologies that we at the board found useful. She also had the uncanny ability to read people, and she thirsted for truth. But do you know what her fatal flaw turned out to be?
No, sir. I wish I did.
No, Commandant, that's the correct answer. You see, despite all her gifts, this talented young woman had an utterly stupefying lack of self-awareness. Named so young to the Order of Eminence myself, however, I foolishly thought that I could guide this girl to greatness, that one day she might lead the demystification board to a period of stability and peace. But that's not how the story ends, is it, Carol?
No, sir.
In 2009, we had an incident. I'm sure you remember. Why not pick it up from there?
Of course. The anima Zephan announced to us privately that he was planning to betray the commutation to the public via a large broadcast.
The World Series?
Yes, sir. And so I used the device I had been developing.
Your metaphysical interface. Truly ingenious, Commandant. If nothing else, we don't have to rely on the anima for nearly as much as we used to. We do owe you a debt, but it looks as though you may have taken your payment already.
Sir?
How did it end with Zephan?
I terminated him. Did I do something wrong, Eminence?
On the contrary, Commandant. You know I elevated you to your current order for that very action. I'm laughing because you've entirely misunderstood what happened.
I hacked my way into the array of television transmissions, and I had him. I promise,
I'm not denying that you neutralized him.
Sir, I promise he's gone. He's dead.
You see, but you're not, and you may never be.
What?
Now the pieces are coming together. Finish your explanation, Commandant.
He's part of me?
That's about the long and short of it.
Oh, how could I be so stupid? Oh, spirits can't be destroyed. Not really, they're eternal, and now I'm...
Immortal.
Oh.
Yes, I believe Zephan's essence fused with your body. His person no longer exists. But somehow all your adolescent trauma must have resurfaced during your connection with him and contaminated the link. Rather than ending one problem, you stole yourself a deathless existence. Almost. It seems you can die, it just doesn't take.
Sir, I'm sorry. I didn't intend any of that. I merely meant to end the transmission.
You know, I'd like to believe that, Commandant. But I've read your most recent reports on the development of the improved interface. In a way, it's ironic that because you forgot one of the most essential traits of your own humanity, you've accidentally become more than human.
But, sir, may I?
Yes, ask away.
How could I have possibly fused with an anima? Why wouldn't that have killed me?
I suspect it's because the body was yours. Squatters' rights, or some such reason. You were there first.
Well, sir, I do promise I will conduct an extensive series of examinations. I'll follow any protocols you set forth.
Oh, you know you will. And to that end...
Now, come in.
I'm assigning you an annex, Carol.
No, sir,
No?
Sorry, sir. I just don't think I need... Eminence, an annex. If anything, hasn't this proven that I'm stronger than even I realized? I don't need a babysitter. I know that's not what you are, but I hardly think having a sidekick is going to help me accomplish my mission.
Are you questioning my judgment, Commandant?
No, sir, I just want to return to work.
Of course you do. But I'm reassigning you.
What? With all due respect, I have been an exemplary agent of the board ever since you recruited me, sir. I should like to continue at my post.
Carol, be reasonable. You died. You can't simply walk back into work on Monday as if nothing happened. I've had the occasion to commune with her abiding glory, and she assures me that this is the right move.
You spoke with her, directly, about me.
Commandant, what I do and what I choose to share about it with my subordinates are not subject to your criticism. I am removing you from your post. You'll retain the order of Commandant. I'm not deactivating you, but you'll no longer have a command.
Sir, Oh, who asked you?
I'm advising you not to speak to the Annex that way. The two of you will be spending a great deal of time together for the foreseeable future.
What?
Oh, yes. You need supervision, you need counsel, and the Annex here is just the person to provide that for you.
It doesn't matter if you don't intend to. You're going to get in my way.
Commandant, the reason you find yourself in this current predicament is that no one, at least no one with any clout, did get in your way. I regret that I may have placed too much trust in your ingenuity.
Eminence, I will not work alongside an Annex.
Enough! You think a little immortality makes you special, Commandant. There are powers you still know nothing of for all your brilliance. Only an Eminence has ever had the honor of speaking directly with her. You think you know better than wisdom herself?
No, sir.
When the board was founded, when our first agents agreed to guard the secret, we were also entrusted with the Malakin. A trust which you have betrayed. And that is the mess I expect you to clean up. But I'm giving you the help you need. Someone to check that untamed ego of yours.
I understand, sir.
Good. I'll leave the two of you to get acquainted.
But wait,
Annex, you can take it from here, can't you? Good luck with her.
Well, what's your name? I've never heard of you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm already aware the board is secretive. You expect a gold star from me for being invisible. Oh, please. I know how to go unnoticed. I assume we've both had the same training. Well, then you know I can do everything I have to do without attracting attention. Yes. Now explain the assignment to me. What are our orders from the Eminence? I've already done everything I can think of to improve it. I suppose you have a better idea of how to modify my invention. The metaphysical interface can already do more things than the board ever dreamed human beings would be capable of. Although, this news today raises more questions, doesn't it? Really? Well then, I suppose we've been granted some sort of workspace where we can make all these improvements. Fine. But why does it have to be in Port Green? Certainly we could do this work somewhere closer to my apartment. What? Who moved me out of my apartment? Ha! Ha ha! You supervised it. Oh, it's been 1 day. No, I'm sure it would have been a problem if I were spotted in the building after being declared dead. Speaking of which, since my life has been uprooted, all in the name of the infinitesimal chance that someone who found out I died might see me in the city, what about the 2 who were there when it happened? Where are they? Taken care of? How? Us? Oh, God. But won't they recognize me? Deal? What deal? So, Miranda and the conservator were granted a complete reset. In exchange for what? What an intriguing development. And Woodhull, they know what I look like. What other thing? Over my dead body. That's not funny. It's not. Oh, fine. It won't be the first time I had to change my appearance. What does it look like I'm doing? I'm getting to work. Things to do, Annex. But first, get me something to wear other than this hospital gown before I scream.